Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and like I've been saying for the last couple of videos, I have a Gladiator Beast deck profile for you today. Now, I did stay away from the Tri-Brigades, and I went more of like a pure Beast variant. I also didn't want to do the same overdone unexpected die, rescue rabbit, playing on dolls type strategy. So you probably will find this deck list or one very similar to it somewhere on the internet because, again, once you limit your options like this, there's only so many variations you can build. That said, let's get into the deck profile and show you guys what we did. So, starting at the main deck, we're going to be running 2 copies of Gladiator Beast Aderix, 2 copies Gladiator Beast Augustus. I'm personally going to be running a single bestiary. However, you guys can totally play a second one if you guys feel the need. I am going to run a single copy of Darius, single copy of Equest, single copy of Mermelow. We're going to double up on the Gladiator Beast Noxious. We're going to go with a single copy of Rediari, single copy of Sagittarius, single copy of Vespasius. Now, again, a lot of these can be interchanged. I do like the 2 of it as being like my upper limit for a lot of these cards. Because again, your field should just always be shifting. And if you play too many of one, you may lock yourself out of being able to adapt to the situation on board. Going into like the support type cards, we are going to run a full set of Test Tigers. A little less useful for its own effect and used a little more by me in order to link climb. Or even, again, you can go ahead and like use it, get the effect, pull back somebody like Darius, and that may be enough for you to actually go into one of the fusions. So again, it's got some utility. It's all going to depend on how you play it. One that comes out of left field a little bit is 2 copies of Jester Confit. Again, this is just a free special summon. This is only in here to link climb. If you guys don't want him in here, put in another copy of Bestiari, put in another copy of insert your favorite guy here. It's fine. Or you could, just tag it out, maybe drop 2 Ash Blossoms or a couple Effect Veilers in here. It's perfect. You just do whatever you feel like. And then, of course, so I'm going to run 2 copies of Nibiru this time. And again, when you're playing, especially these days, you got to be worried about the big combo heavy decks. And Nibiru is going to help you kind of stop things, especially like Salamangrate. That's just going to generate a lot of summons very rapidly. And again, since we've got guys like Mermelow and we have Gozerus in the extra deck, which I haven't gone over yet, there are going to be ways of dealing with it after the fact. So hopefully that's been up there long enough. I'm going to go ahead and scoop everything up. As close to efficient as I can. I do know, however, that I could have just paused the film and done it that way. I don't know. I just like doing everything in one go, I guess. Let's get you guys some spell cards now. So one of my favorites is going to be Comeback, so we are going to play that one at 3. Single copy of Respite, because we do have the ability to recycle all of our Gladiator Beast cards. 3 copies of Proving Ground, because regardless of what version of Gladiator Beast you're playing, if you're not playing that at 3, you're not playing Gladiator Beasts. Single copy of Rejection. Again, this can go, this can stay. I just like it at 1. The rest of my cards are as follows. Got the single Called by the Grave. Got the double Crossout Designator. And again, Nibiru can hit us just as easily. It can hit the opponent, especially once we've established a field and we start doing a lot of rapid switching. I am going to run a single Feather Duster, single Reborn, single Raigeki, and a single World Legacy Succession. And again, there's just a lot of like revival here. Again, this is going to help you get into your big fusions and also our links. And then going over to the traps, instead of using Solemn Strikes this week, I'm going to be using 2 copies of Gladiator Beast War Chariot. Might as well go with the free themed one that doesn't cost me 1,500 life. And again, Infinite Impermanence. Again, if you guys picked up the Cyber Strike structure deck, you guys have these as like beautiful super rares. And you guys might as well play them. I mean, $30 for the deck. And that card is worth the entire deck to me. So that is that. Let's scoop this up as again as nicely as possible. And then we'll go ahead and get into the extra deck. Now, with the extra deck, it was kind of tight. There are certain cards that you just have to play, and it shows. And it's going to, again, mostly be fusions. So we are going to have 1 copy of Gladiator Beast Andabata. We are going to run 2 copies Gladiator Beast Domitianus. Very good card. Single copy of Esadari. And just bask in the ultimate rare. Just real quick, okay? 2 copies Gazarus, because he's really going to help you disrupt field and break boards. Single copy Heraclinos, again, just kind of enjoy the secret rare first ed. Again, very good and has been good ever since its release. 1 copy Neurokius, and 2 copies Tamer. Tamer probably being the most important in this. And then we just go over to the links. It's going to be 1 copy Apollosa, 1 copy Gladiator Beast Dragseas, 1 copy Nightmare Unicorn, and 2 copies of Test Panther. So, again, if you guys need to write that down, feel free to pause that real quick. I'm going to scoop these up here in a second. I'd like to thank everybody for stopping by today and checking out the video with us. If you're not aware of what the effects are, stick around. I will go over all the effects in the deck. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll have like a test hands video. And then we're going to pick a card out of the deck for a tech analysis to top off the end of the week. So again, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help support the channel, the easiest way to do that, if you haven't already, is to subscribe and maybe let your friends know about us. And just do me that one favor. You guys go out and have a great day. Everybody else, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead back through this and just kind of go over effects real quick. So a little less of being scattered and a little more organized. So back to the main deck. The first character we're using is the 2 copies of Adarix. So if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can send 1 Gladiator Beast monster from deck or the extra deck to the graveyard, except same name. And this card's level and name will become the same as that monster that was sent to the graveyard. This is going to allow us to play into some of the larger ones, actually all of the larger ones, which is fantastic. And at the end of the battle phase, if this card battles, you can shuffle it into the deck, special summon a Gladiator Beast from the deck, except same name. Now, they're all going to have that last portion of the effect, so I'm not going to read that on every card. Just want to kind of get to brass tacks for you guys. Next up will be Augustus, and when it is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your hand and face-up defense, shuffle it into the deck during the end phase, and at the end of the battle phase, blah, 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 shuffle back, summon 1. Bestiary, on special summon of a Gladiator Beast effect, target a spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. Again, not as important in today's game because back rows are not as prevalent, but it is a great way to go into Gazarus naturally. So, again, the 1. Darius, when it's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster card, target 1 Gladiator Beast in the discard pile, special summon it with its effects negated, and if is shuffled into the deck when this card leaves the field. So again, I tend to tag these 2 out, whatever this ends up pulling back. So we do have a quest. A quest on the special summon by effect of a Gladiator Beast monster will allow you to add 1 Gladiator Beast card from your graveyard back to your hand. So again, we can juggle the Respite. Even though we're only using 2 Warrior Chariots, we can use War Chariot every turn as long as we keep getting a quest back into the deck and then back out to the field. So again, that's fantastic. Mermelow is going to be the monster version to our Bestiary. So when this one is special summoned, you get to destroy 1 face-up monster. This will help you with a little bit of spot removal. We do have Noxious, and again, I do want you guys to take note of the level here. This is going to come in handy when we go into the Tamer editor. And when a monster, I'll try that one more time. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, change the attack target to this card and proceed to damage calculation. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. And if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, you can send 1 Gladiator Beast from the deck to the graveyard. At the end of the battle phase, if it battled, you can shuffle it back in and special summon another. So again, you're just basically going to use it as a hand trap during the battle phase, throw it in defense, It'll survive all the battles that round. During the end of the battle phase, you'll just immediately go back into trying to disrupt and build your board. So, again, 2, you guys might find it more helpful at 1. That's fine. You guys play it the way that you guys feel. Ready Ari is kind of cool. It's going to be like a reusable DD Crow for us. When this one is special summoned by the effect of a GB, you can remove from play 1 card in the opponent's graveyard. And again, since it says card, it can be spell traps. So if there's anything that has an additional effect in the discard pile, we can go ahead and target those out sooner. Sagittarius is going to be our draw card. So when it's special summoned, you can discard 1 Gladiator Beast card. Again, this could be a spell or a trap. Draw 2 cards. And again, do the tag out. Vespasius, at the start of the damage step, if your Gladiator Beast monster battles a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn, and while you control this card, special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster, his own effect included, all monsters you control gain 500. So again, this is going to be very cool, and it's going to do a good job for you. The 3 Test Tigers, I'm not sure which one is the most up-to-date. Probably not the Gladiator's Assault or the Legendary Collection GX, I guess. But if you control a face-up Gladiator Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You contribute this card to target a face-up Gladiator Beast monster you control. Shuffle it into the deck, then special summon a Gladiator Beast from the deck. Treat it as though it was special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast. Okay, 2 things. Not once per turn, so you can special summon 3 in 1 turn if you wanted to. And the monster that you send back can be brought back out in order to get the effect. So you could summon Mermelow, summon up 2 Test Tigers, go into a Link 3 if you wanted, or you could just pop the Test Tiger, send Mermelow, and pop the monster, then pop that back into the deck and go into something else as well. Very versatile. Jester Confit, again, this is just here for the Link builds. If you guys want to keep it even more pure Gladiator, just do that. Or place in some hand traps, your choice. You can only control 1 of these at a time. You can special summon it from your hand in attack mode. If summoned this way during the opponent's next end phase, target a face-up monster the opponent controls, return both this and that. It's never going to last on the field long enough, so don't worry about it. Just get him out there and get him back out. So, in essence, you can play the Jester Confit, play your normal summon, and a Test Tiger, or 2. And this could allow you to get into a Link 4 real quick. And then you've got Nibiru. I'm not going to go over Nibiru. I think you guys all know Nibiru, whether or not you love it or hate it. But you guys know why he's in here. But that's a whole paragraph, sorry. Going to the spells, the Gladiator Beast's Comeback. Special summon 1 Gladiator Beast from the hand or graveyard with a different type than the monsters you control. It cannot be destroyed by battle. The first effect is amazing. The second one is just icing, which allows you to, again, just go ahead and if you've got an even stat, you can kind of do like the suicide, the double KO move, and then your guy doesn't KO, and then he survived, and then you get to tag out, whatever. But again, this will allow us to rebuild our board fast and be able to get into the links and better fusions faster. Respite, shuffle 2 Gladiator Beast cards from hand back to deck to draw 3. Always a good one. 3 Proving Grounds, add the level 4 or lower Gladiator Beast from deck to hand. Gives you some versatility. The Rejection. Your opponent cannot target Gladiator Beast monsters you control with card effects except during the battle phase, which is interesting. And if a Gladiator Beast monster is special summoned from the main deck except during damage step, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster from your deck with a different type than the one that you control or the ones that you control in defense position. Each effect is once per turn. Sorry, the second effect. The first one's static. So, again, do I like it? Yes. Could you play tanky here? Yes. Again, I kind of like the flavor for this. And just being able to generate an extra summon every turn just seems really cool. Again, you're going to have Called by the Grave for the hand traps. Cross out Designator in order to parry off cards that are going to try to get you mid-combo, especially Nibiru. And again, declare a card name, banish 1 from your main deck, and if you do, negate the effects as well as the activated effect and effects on the field of cards with the same original name until the end of this turn. Only activate 1 of these per turn. It's really good to help play through. Again, Feather Duster and Raigeki, I don't have Lightning Storms. If you did, you could probably put 2 Lightning Storms in here. Would be a great move, but again, these are still not anything to sneeze at. Play them. Monster Reborn, best generic extender. And then World Legacy Succession, this is really for once you have one of your links. And again, you're going to be playing the Test Panther, so you're going to. World Legacy Succession, target a monster in the graveyard. Special summon it to a zone a link monster points to. And you can only activate a World Legacy Succession once per turn. Now, one thing that's kind of fun, it says to your zone a link monster points. So if your opponent played a monster that points across the board while it's in the link zone, then go ahead and play to that zone too. You don't actually have to have your own link monster, so long as one of your zones is being actively pointed to. And then into the traps, you have the 2 War Chariots. Activate while you control a Gladiator Beast. Negate the activation and affect monster's effect and destroy it. Allows you to play through hand traps a little bit. And the Infinite Impermanence, again, that's a whole paragraph that you guys are already well familiar with. So again, just play them. Moving over back to our extra deck, and this is where things get a little complicated. We're going to start with Andabata. So this is going to be Augustus plus any other 2 Gladiator Beasts. So again, it could be like 3 Augustus or whatever you like. Must first be special summoned from the extra deck by shuffling the above cards you control into the deck. You don't use polymerization. That's going to be true of all of them. If summoned this way, you can special summon a level 7 or lower Gladiator Beast fusion from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which will allow us to get into Tamer Editor a little faster. And again, we will have our Adderix able to take the name of Augustus rather quickly, so we can do that. At the end of the battle phase, if this battled, you can return it to the extra deck to special summon 2 from the main deck. So very cool. Domitianus is going to be Vespasius plus 2. Must again be special summoned by shuffling the above cards into the deck. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, and negate activation, and if you do, destroy it. You choose the attack targets of your opponent's attacks, and at the end of the battle phase, if this card battled, you can return this card to the extra deck to special summon 1 Gladiator Beast monster. And again, he kind of already generates a lot of effect. I don't see too many times that I've ever actually pulled him back off the field. But you might. I don't know how you guys play or what the situation is that you're going to encounter. So very well might happen. Again, we value it at 2. Esadari is just a generic any 2 GBs. And again, this one doesn't separate. So once he's made, he is made. Gazarus. Again, this is Bestiari plus 1. You can only be special summoned by returning the above to the deck, blah, blah, blah. When it's special summoned, you can destroy up to 2 cards on the field, which is why we want to play them. We want those disruptions. We want the destruction. Since it doesn't say played this way. Yep, just special summoned. This means that if you do this off of the Andabata, you will in fact get the pop 2. So very good. And again, that'll satisfy all the needs that you need for the Tamer Editor right there, because it's 2 level 5 or higher. And again, you can split this one if it survives the battle into 2 cards. Again, we run 2 because we could do the natural way, and we also have other ways of playing it. So just best to do it that way. Heraklinos is going to be played only off the Tamer Editor. This one also doesn't separate. You can discard a card from your hand to negate the activation of a spell or trap card during either turn as a quick effect. And again, this isn't a once per turn. This is as many times as you have cards in your hand to fuel it. So again, he's cool. Neurokius is any 3 gladiators, must first be special summoned by shuffling in. Cannot be destroyed by battle, which is cool. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. At the end of the battle phase, if it did attack or attacked, you could shuffle it into the extra deck to summon 2 back to the field. Tamer Editor, 2 level 5 or higher GBs. Again, must be special summoned from the extra deck by shuffling the above back into the deck, and in this case, the extra deck. Cannot be used as fusion material. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Gladiator Beast fusion monster from your extra deck, except Editor, ignoring summoning conditions. At the end of the battle phase, if your Gladiator Beast monster battled, you can shuffle that monster into the deck to special summon 1 from the deck. So this will actually help you if you were playing Ondal. Andal could actually jump back into the deck during this. Also with Esadari. And I do apologize, you probably hear the dogs kicking off upstairs. I think there is a delivery, so sorry about that. Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Again, we're going to use this. We can generate 4 different names, so we get the most out of her effect. Drag Seas is any 2 Gladiator beasts. Again, this time they will go to the discard pile because it is a link. If a Gladiator beast monster you control attacks, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. At the end of the battle phase, if this one battles, you can return it and summon 2 different names from the deck. But again, with the quest and with Darius and with all the ways that we have to recur our cards, I'm not worried about those cards. Plus, it'll help set up the plays for all of our regeneration spells. We do run the single unicorn. I didn't want to play 2 Dragseas. So on Link Summon, just pitch a card and put 1 back into the deck. 2 Test Panthers, 2 monsters, including a Gladiator Beast monster. When Link summoned, you can add 1 Gladiator Beast card from your deck to the hand. Target a Gladiator Beast monster you control, shuffle it back into the deck, and then if you do, special summon 1 Gladiator Beast with a different original name from the deck. So slightly watered down version of our Test Tiger, but we can also use it for other links later. Oh, and that was the last one, sorry. So again, sorry for taking so long. You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later.